swallow this.
Hey guys, and welcome to Gamers Arcadia Code Blue Episode 4. Now, I don't have a whole lot to talk about today, but one thing I do have to show you guys is the Bioshock Infinite footage. Flip that up.
Get out! Out! Give it back! Wait! Get it! Ready? Fire!
Wow. That's all I can say. I want this game in my hand right now so I can throw it in my Xbox and just have the greatest time I've ever had. That thing looks awesome. I was a little bit skeptical at first. I was sad it wasn't in Rapture, but I think Rapture can take one for the team. Anyways, I've heard that there's this real-life Halo Reach Mongoose that they're thinking of making here. It's for a competition with Mountain Dew. You can win these 450cc automatic ATVs from Mountain Dew's Honor the Code sweepstakes. How come we don't get that here in Canada? Like, no, seriously. I've heard that Bungie's thinking of making a couple MMOs, or at least going into the MMO market, and I smell a Halo MMO.
Warning, smelling MMOs is very dangerous and should not be society.
Anyways, with all this talk of Halo, it keeps reminding me of all the big shooters that are going to be coming out this fall, like Medal of Honor, Call of Duty Black Ops, blah 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 blah. Well, you know what? Because of all these, I've completely overlooked bullets. Now, taking a second look, I actually think that it looks really, really cool. And it looks like it's all about sort of thinking of ways to kill your enemies in the most badass and most entertaining way possible. Now, if there's one thing that you know about me, it's that I like things that are different, over the top, and hilarious. And this one nicks all three. And you know what? Because of that, we're gonna stick it onto our badass clipboard of awesomeness. Bullet Storm. It's on. Sniggity diggity, baby. Alright, without further ado, let's get on right into our Spider-Man review. Now, where'd my copy get to? Oh. Thank you, Spider-Man.
Stop it! Cease your incessant prattling!
But an incessant is the best kind of prattle.
What's this?
Hey, Bubblehead, think fast! Whoa, what the heck was that? Okay, can somebody tell me what's going on here?
Spider-Man, you are needed.
Madam Web?
Spiderman Shattered Dimensions is a stylized adventure inspired by 4 different Spider-Man comic books ranging from 2008 all the way back to the beginning of the series. And I'm guessing that you already know that you play through the game as either the Amazing Spider-Man, the original Ultimate Spider-Man, otherwise known for his roles with the black suit.
The black suit? What am I doing in the black suit? I hate this thing.
Spider-Man Noir, which is Spider-Man kind of set back in the 1930s, and Spider-Man 2099, which is a Spider-Man from the distant future.
That's me, ready to save the universe and looking good while doing it.
You're all working together to reassemble a sacred tablet that was shattered across each of the realms.
A job well begun is half done. Now to another Spider-Man.
I really like the world in this Spider-Man game because everything is like, it's very stylized. It has its own cool feel to it. It's got its own cool charm. And each of these levels, the modern day New York, the future New York, the New York in the 1930s, and these just kind of random places out in the ocean that Ultimate Spider-Man always seems to get, they've all got their own little charm along the way. They're all different, and some are more stylized than others. But I am disappointed in this same aspect because I would have really liked to have seen them make a difference with some sort of free roam aspect. Have it more open, more chance to explore your own way through it. It's just too linear for my taste in this style of gameplay. I didn't find this game to exactly have what I'd call memorable songs. Well, they were not bad. I just didn't seem to find them ridiculously catchy. It's not exactly something that I'd go out of my way to listen to after I've finished the game. Come to think of it, I can't exactly think of any songs off the top of my head, so that also further proves my point. Anyways, the voice acting was fun, keyword was, but they completely killed it because each Spider-Man used and recycled exactly the same one-liners throughout the entire stage and boss fights. And look, I know Spider-Man's intended to be cocky, I know he always belts off these one-liners, but why? Why did they all use the 4 same cut and pasted f***ing one-liners? They get so friggin' aggravating. It would have been enjoyable if they didn't say them every 5 seconds. And yes, sometimes the random gap can be 5 seconds or less. That's not an exaggeration.
Of course, the question on everyone's lips is, who would be crazy enough to... Oh wait, it's me!
Spider-Man possesses this really cool little comic book stuff. Did you hear that? Little. Yeah, Spider-Man's a really short game, and it's actually quite easy as well. They have a few fun gimmicks that they add in, like literal face-to-face boss fights, where you're using the analog sticks to kick the shit out of each boss. Fast free fall, where you gotta dodge debris, bars, or anything else blocking your way. You gotta save citizens, destroy cameras, yada 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 yada.
Hey, that was a light.
Every single one of these gimmicks start out really, really cool, but then, like any gimmick, they become a complete buzzkill by the end of the first or second chapter. Face to face is done a few times per fight, kills that feature. Free fall kind of thing is done at the start of every single 2099 stage. Gets pretty old after just the second time. Saving citizens, usually 3 to 6 at a time, done 3 to 2 times per level, with every single level with Noir, sucks. Kind of finding or destroying the missed objects gets old once again, because they also do that way too many times per level. Honestly, the only reason why these fights aren't fun anymore is because they reuse them over and over and over, all over again. Throughout the game, you'll be able to collect these little spider symbols that will give you little extra points to spend in the shop. The shop gives you new fighting moves, HP upgrades, special aesthetic suits, and another bonus is that it's all pretty much unanimously cheap. Most of the shop is all pretty much just fighting moves, and that's kind of a shame, because really, a whole lot of them, there's no point to buying them. It's just yet another gimmick, because you can completely annihilate anyone by just pressing the light punch button or the heavy punch button. There's really not a whole lot of skill involved. They've added a nice block feature, but there's no point to using it, because no one can hit you as long as you just keep hitting other things. And if you do get hurt, doesn't matter. Just duck off for a little bit and your health will come back ridiculously fast, and it'll be like you never got hit in the first place.
Ooh, collectibles.
Fun. Excluding the Amazing Spider-Man, each Spider-Man has their own little trait. 2099 can slow down time, Ultimate can go into rage mode and completely annihilate everything.
Especially with that light punch button you've got there.
Nor has set points where he can enter this stealth mode, where he sneaks through the level and takes out enemies by surprise. Now, this is also ridiculously easy, because if you're caught, just duck into the shadows for a few seconds, the enemy will completely lose sight of you. Spider-Man can be 1 foot into the shadows, and they'll just get rather cross and frustrated and walk away pouting about how they just saw Spider-Man and how he's so upset about it, and then he'll just go and stand in his little outpost. You just go up behind him and just snap him with the B button and take him down, buddy. Sniggity-diggity. Web slinging in this game can be a little bit awkward, and for all you types that are a little bit uneducated, let me enlighten you.
Web slinging is the little bit of string that shoots out of Spider-Man's wrist, and then he grabs it and swings like Tarzan.
Now, it's impossibly difficult to truly express the aggravating process to getting to your destination without sounding nitpicky and absolutely angry at seemingly
You're my
nothing.
hero, Spidey.
But more often than not, I'm just tapping the swing button to web zip to a platform, seeing as how that's the only way that I can know that I'm going to end up exactly where I want to be. And it's not exactly the coolest process. I would have liked it if it was a little bit more open or a little bit tighter so that web slinging wasn't quite as sloppy. Now at the end of each level, they'll rank you with medals in 3 categories: combo rating, emblems collection, and clear time. They'll take the average of those medals and then they'll give you what they call a spider rank, which is your total rank for that level. I didn't find too much to do once I had beat this game. You can replay the levels, get better spider ranks, and get more moves, more costumes and stuff, but really I didn't find the point. So you know what? Make your first playthrough count, and be sure to go in the hard setting, because this game's already ridiculously easy to begin with. You know what? I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I am really disappointed with this game. Originally, I was really excited for it. I thought they had an awesome art style. They chose really cool new characters that I'd never seen or even heard of before. I had a glimpse of some really cool looking bosses. And they came up with this really cool idea, and then all of a sudden just got lazy. They just recycled the same cool ideas that would have made this game really awesome into something it's just okay. You know, the thing is that it's just too linear. It's too easy, and it's way too short. They got lazy. That's all.
Remember, viewers, I'm available for Black Ops missions, assassinations, and birthday parties.
You know what's weird? That this guy can somehow come back from the dead, or that they gave him a TV show.